was before I went live to announce my biggest project that I was working on. And then I discovered that my social media accounts had been hacked. So I was being monitored. There were so many fake versions of me showing up and popping up on social media. And my identity, my face, and my name was being used for all sorts of things that I can never even imagine. And the more I discovered, the more these things kept popping up. I was so crushed. Hi, my name is Tuli, and I am a digital nomad staying in South Africa. I'm a single mom of two, and I run an online business where I do career progression coaching, mainly working with people, women especially, from all walks of life. But I have a specialty in women who are in healthcare. Although I do work with women from different angles, from different walks of life, I also help and assist with guidance when it comes to coming out with exit strategies. For I realized that at one point in my life, I used to be that woman, and I've been in those situations countless times where I found myself in a situation that was very toxic, that was not serving me, and I had no way out of it. I was stuck, and I found a way to get out of that situation. And ever since then, I've took it upon myself to work with women who might find themselves in situations that could be very toxic and not knowing how to get out of it, all for the sake of financial gain. Because sometimes we stick in relationships or friendships or even work relationships. We stick to them for longer and stay there for longer, all for the sake of earning and living. And we always want to earn a decent and an honest living, but there's always an exit strategy, and that's where I come in. Basically, if I have to talk about what inspired me to be who I am or to create this version of a woman that you see today, I used to be in a wilderness. I spent a lot of time in the wilderness, and I had no one to help me out of that wilderness. And it was not a nice place to be or to find myself in a space or in a place where I was constantly down, where I was constantly unhappy, where I was depressed, where I was also broke and broken and also bitter at the same time, because everything that I was doing was not even working. Simply because I constantly found myself in the wrong places, and I tried marriage. If you watched one of my videos, you would know that at one point in my life I was also married, and things did not actually work out, and it all spiraled down to being a very toxic relationship. And believe me, it's draining. It's not easy to get out of that situation. And even after that, I also found myself working in different companies where things turned out to be very toxic very quickly. And because I now know the cycle and I've seen it all, I do have the tendency of smelling these red flags a mile away. And also, I happen to be or have the ability to be helping other women shift things into position in their favor. And what has changed ever since I discovered that, or ever since I discovered that I didn't lose my source, it has always been within me. I started realizing that I was more happier. I started creating the lifestyle that I've always dreamed of. And I started creating boundaries in my life and making choices that pleased me more, and being more selfish in my decision making as well. And I just realized that I had to put myself first in all these things, in everything that I was doing. And even now, I continue following those footsteps. And I know that a lot of women, and especially mothers, we are naturalists, and it is very difficult. Naturally, we are naturalists. It is very difficult for us to step out of certain positions or situations because of our nature as mothers, maternal instinct. But we also deserve some things in our lives. We do deserve happiness. We also do deserve some self-care and making decisions that also make us feel fulfilled and much happier. So I also discovered that even when it comes to social media, you need to use discernment as to who do you bring closer to you. When it comes to proximity or boundaries, it's not just physical. We're not just talking physical space. It goes deeper. You need to understand that even on your socials, some of the people who are within your proximity are just there to watch you, to learn you, to study you. They are busy trying to collect information about you, to use it as ammunition, to pounce on you whenever they get the chance. When the moment comes, they are going to use that information to jump on you, which is very, very toxic. Having discovered that such a tragedy had happened to me, I discovered of letting go of the situation. It's not easy, and this is not the first time I'm going through such a situation, especially through Facebook. And I decided rather to let go of the whole situation, to surrender. And I honestly can say that I have been humbled, because sometimes you come up with amazing ideas. You create your projects, your products, and then just before you go live to announce those big wins, and then you discover that this has happened to you. So if ever have been very humbled in my life, this was one of those very humbling moments. And with the community I have built, it was very painful for me to let go of it. And like I'm saying, it's not the first time it has happened before. It certainly is a mind game, but I decided to let things go. I decided to walk away. So I drew a line. I chose, it was now my personal choice to choose not to be on social medias, and also work where I feel comfortable, show up where I feel comfortable to show up, and prepare a feast and share it with those who I can actually share it with. So I walked away from Facebook, and I found peace, and I'm healing, in as much as it was very painful, because it was not just that happened. It was a lot that happened behind the scenes. Everything that happened to destroy me, but I picked myself up, working towards finding my own exit strategy out of this situation, of which I'd like to believe that I have exited that moment, and I am happy, and I'm at a peace space right now. Before I allow the devil to actually steal the joy from me, let's get back to discussing the project that I actually wanted, that I intended to launch online. So this is an ESL platform that I launched, having worked with other women in the career progression industry, and working as a recruiter in some of the time, and helping other women to create ways of earning a currency that has value and that is also very strong no matter where you are. And also trying to create a way for you to have the ability to raise some funds that can also assist you to invest and create and redesign and redefine your rich lifestyle according to your terms. Some women are looking for ways to migrate as an exit strategy, and some women simply do not want to migrate. They want to be where they are, but they still want to earn a currency that is also very strong. And I have been working and looking at all sorts of other opportunities that are out there. And I pulled out just one for now, which I found to be very intentional and very useful at a moment like this, because it's something that I have also done, but I have been focusing mainly on business English teaching. So I realized that it is something that could actually help someone. And I know a lot of women are actually worried because there is a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to teaching online. You could be teaching any other subject or you could be choosing English. And I know there are platforms out there who are out there to milk you, share with you your profits, your commissions, and which makes it very difficult sometimes. So I came up with this method that others have been doing, but I realized that a lot of women who want to teach online, they've been very skeptical because they only knew about teaching on other platforms, on big platforms, without actually knowing that they can actually teach online using the direct approach method. And a lot of teachers out there or people out there who are very good and very fluent in teaching English, who can and have the ability of teaching English, because it's not about you having a degree when you're teaching online. And it also depends with which level are you teaching, which ages are you also going to be teaching. And a lot of women are actually very warm and creative, and they know how to speak the language fluently. And why not monetize that? There is a way of working directly using the direct approach where you get your profits 100%. But a lot of people, in as much as they may know about this, but they don't even know how to start. They don't know how to have the confidence of approaching their prospective clients and where to even begin. And this is a project that I created that can actually walk with you step by step so that you get booked easy and hired within 7 days. So this is the project that I created, ESL with Thulz, direct teaching method approach that anybody can do. You can teach from 5 to 12 years, or you can choose to teach English, business English, or conversational English. It is all up to you. And if you want more about this information, why not dive in? The link is in my bio.